Hello? Hello, hello? I don't know if this is actually working. Let's see. Am I actually live? Let's check. There is like, my invent can
Gonna
crashed.
actually
Oh, that's
start
not
a new
me.
file.
I don't know. I have a screenshot of the error, so I'll need to look into that later. But for some reason, my encoder stopped working, which is very bizarre. Because I use Invent for both recordings, so the fact that the other one, that it kept recording but it wasn't streaming was very bizarre to me. But it does look like it's up again. Yeah, no idea if it's actually working though. Yeah, I think it's fine. I will be ending soon. It couldn't have crashed like 10 minutes later. Actually, no. I'm glad it crashed because it means there's a problem that I have to figure out. Yeah, I got some bizarre invenc encoder error invalid device or invalid parameters. I'm gonna blame GeForce Experience. I don't know if it's really the cause, but I feel like I can blame that because I didn't have problems when I didn't have GeForce Experience. But yeah, it's probably not the real cause. Okay. But what I was talking about was I think that I'm fine on robo production. If I'm not, it's very easy to add it later. It's not the end of the world. And there is something that is an option that we haven't really done because it's awful. But if we are desperate, we can build something here. It's not the end of the world. We can do that for the first iteration. Just have something built awkwardly off to the side. Things will work out. We'll survive. I just don't really want to do it unless I have to. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. My stream is actually up. And you never know. I mean, it says it was, but I didn't really trust it. Okay, but we need, let's see, green chips. These are pure green chips, so I think we can add a splitter. Actually, we don't really need a splitter here. This just goes straight down. Okay, let's do these connections first. If I move this up a tile, I think this works really well. That seems straightforward enough. So this can go straight through to here, and then the other one can go down. Yeah, I think that's all I really need. Yeah, okay, that seems fine. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Now it seems fine. Now we don't really need this angle. Now we can just send it straight through, and we can rotate it, and we're good to go. Okay, so all we need to do is attach red chips here, and I think we're a-okay. This technically works. This one's evenly split. This one isn't, though, so I don't really want this to sideload like that. Not before the splitter, at least. I would much rather do something like that. Because, like, doing the 50-50 split with the halves works perfectly fine if the belt is evenly split, but since it's not, we can't really do that. Gosh, how do I flip these? Okay, I just need to make sure I'm not holding down left click first. I think that's to just double tap, basically. Because if I click once and then drag, it deletes everything. We've done that multiple times. I'm finally learning. Which it's definitely very easy to avoid. We just have to be aware it's an issue, and then it's not a problem. Okay, so that can go here. We can send that down. And then I guess for this, let's see, we need it to be 50-50, right? Yeah, okay, so we can just sideload them, and then I think we're fine. Okay, that should be good. Okay, and it looks like we can actually move this down a few tiles too now. At least 3. If we are careful about where we place things, I think we can move it even more. That looks like it's too much. Actually, wait. Now it doesn't need the underground. Okay, that's probably about as low as we can go. I think if we really tried, we can move it one tile, but then we have to worry about side-loading coal. Or fuel, solid fuel, technically, but... So we don't really need to worry too much about that. I feel like there's a lot of gap on the left, because I kind of just pasted it in a random spot in the middle. I think it would be worth moving, shifting over a little to the left. Oh, we can't do that much. Unless we route this around the top and then back down. Then we can shift it over like 4 tiles. Actually, that would be worth it. That's a lot of added space. So yeah, if we send that through the middle, that gives us a lot more space here to work with, which I like. Because now we can move it all the way, basically all the way here. Maybe even one more tile. Actually, no, not one more tile. We have the coal to worry about. Which does remind it, we do have to attach the coal. I think we're gonna have to manually flip every single coal belt, which is gonna be not a task for today. I don't want to do that today. I broke a lot of the belts there when I moved it down, but I don't think that's an issue. Yeah, okay, that fixes it. We don't need that belt. Get side loaded. Okay. It should be 90 assemblers, and it should be about 45 on each side. Awesome. Now I'm dropping frames. Did I not change my stream setting? No, it's at 1800. Basically, I switched to CPU encoding for the day because for some reason, yeah, in my GPU encoder was not working. Absolutely no guesses as to what could have caused that, but yeah, it just kind of, it decided it did not want to work today, and I guess, you know, that's fine, it happens. See, this is green chips, right? Okay, so I can move this whole thing over another tile, which is nice, I think, unless I accidentally deleted too much, which is also a possibility. I think they don't fit together as nicely anymore, and I don't know why. Oh, because this top one is the one that went there. I think we can work with that, right? Oh wait, this doesn't go anywhere, that's why. That's why it didn't line up. Okay, yeah, that's a really easy fix then. Because we could just shift this over one tile and then send this through the middle, and then I think it's good. I sure hope this bottom part is correct, because I have not checked, but I think these are still working. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so this gets green chips. I'm realizing now that we're going to have a horrible, horrible time getting the solar panels out of here. Because now we have to figure out how to produce accumulators, or get solar panels through here, which, actually no, it's not too bad. It's just going to be ugly, but it can cut through any of these lines, no problem. I guess I just kind of assumed it would be worse, because it admittedly is a very dense build as far as burner inserters go. But yeah, it shouldn't have been that worried, I guess. Okay, so this is wire. So wire is easy to connect. Let's do all the wire first. That's what we did the last time, and it made it really easy to visualize where things were. And then we compressed it all at the end. Because once you have all of the connections, it's pretty easy to fold them over. But if you try to fold them over before you have anything placed, I can't visualize that. Not at all. Okay. I feel like we have a huge empty spot here. But there's not really a ton we can do about that. I mean, if I flip where the green chips are produced, we do close the gap a lot, but at the cost of, you know, extra, everything's moving farther away, so I don't think it really does much. Also, yeah, we're gonna have a horrible time trying to fit roboports. Every time I look at builds, I remember we have not placed any roboports, except for like 3 down here. We're gonna have to probably just cut the production of everything by like 5% to fit roboports in. And it's something that we'll consider on the revisit if we update the blueprints, because it's kind of a bit too late now to do anything too meaningful with it. I am thinking now though, if I produce these on the other side, it's a lot easier to connect plastic, which I like. Like a lot easier to connect plastic, because then you don't need a side load. Then I don't need to side load anything. And it does help with the base size, but I think the only way I can make that work is if I figure out how to do a double length of these. Which I think I can do, but I think a double length one is just going to look like a gap in between, and then we just send stuff around. Because we don't really have access to red belt here, and we don't really have that much space anymore for supplemental ore. We do have space for supplemental, like... Actually, no, we don't have any space. So yeah, we can't really fit... We can't fit an inline double lane, but we can do... We can do a gap. But since we only need 3, a double lane isn't that useful. I don't think it's worth it. Also, what is this? What is that? Oh, I forgot. When I was trying to do a rate calculator, I accidentally did an analysis zone a while ago. Made like a tiny little square and completely forgot about it. Okay, I don't know what this is. I think it's... Actually, no, I don't know what this is. This is the green chips. Okay. So this is 2 lanes of green chips. So this needs to be split. That goes here, and then the half lane, I guess, can just go straight across. It doesn't really matter which one is which. So the half lane of green chips is this one. Wait, or is it this one? Wait. Have I not made it a half lane yet? 8. Oh, I haven't made it a half yet. Okay. So this is where the half would be. I think. Yeah, okay. The half would be this one. Okay, that's viable. Whoa, there's like a... If I zoom in and out really fast, it makes like an X. There's like an optical illusion, I guess, of like an X from all the checkers. Probably does not look like that with streaming compression, now that I think about it, so I guess doing it is doing nothing but compressing the stream. But I promise it is, in fact, kind of look like that. Okay, and then we can safely assume we don't need that one. Okay, so that seems reasonable. And now plastic, which is not side-loaded properly. It's also on the wrong layer, I'm realizing now. But that's fine. Both are very easy fixes. Out of all the mistakes we've made today, that is not one that's hard to fix. Okay, so obviously 1 lane of plastic goes straight, then it goes up, and then it splits between this lane and this lane. I think I remember having like a decent solution to plastic for these, right? To do a perfectly even split. Yeah, okay. I think that's I think this is something we can copy roughly. Yep, no it's not. It's something we can copy the idea of. I don't think it's worth fully copying though, because it looks like we don't really have a ton to steal from. Okay, I do remember these were like full lengths. That was a key part of it. Then we did an underground here, and this went straight through, and that got 1/2 of it. Okay, so let's connect the green chips this way. That seems to be a reasonable way to do it. And then for the middle lane, same thing. I think that works. We just need to make sure we flip it the right way, and then we should be good. Okay, let's make these undergrounds, because I need to see where the green chips can come from. They need to go through here, and then down, and then side load. Okay, and that should be a 50-50 split of green chips and plastics. Right, we have the right side, and we have the left side, and here we have the left side and the right side. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's a good start. And then the last one, actually the last one's really easy. Because the last one is literally just half a lane and another half lane. So that can go where it feels easiest, which I guess would be... If I could keep it in line, that would be really nice. But I think I'll just make it a tile taller because I don't want to have to stress about it. Oh, I was wondering why those didn't line up. This is where I have the copper connecting, except a few tiles over. Right? No, one tile lower. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we need plastic here, and we need green chips on this side. Side itself does not matter. Honestly, it makes the most sense to go on the inside. Yeah, it makes the most sense for all of these to be on the inside. So we're actually going to switch which side is which. Okay, so that one goes on the inside. Oh, wait. No. No, I think I had it right the first time. This goes straight. And then this one just side loads here. Okay, there we go. That makes sense to me. And if I can keep these up, I think we could probably get the green chips through here. Do I need to? Definitely not, but it is very much an option. Absolutely no idea what this is. If I had to guess, that was the green chip lane from down here. Yep. Okay, so it looks like we did this for the original lane too. So it does seem to be a decent idea. At least a decent enough idea if I thought of it twice, right? Maybe. I think that's a reasonable assumption. Like if my brain thought it was a good idea at least once, twice seems okay. It seems to be a very arbitrary distinction about which one is going to which lane. Probably which lane, but that's fine. We make a lot of arbitrary distinctions here. Which is kind of what you have to do at some point. You just have to accept that some of your decisions are just going to be, that feels all right. They don't all need to be perfect, especially fairly inconsequential things like saving a few belt here and there, especially this late in the run. The entity cost is not a huge concern in any way. Okay, then I wanted to keep these tight if I can, because they give me a lot more space to work with in the middle. Blue chip or green chips we'll keep tight as well. If I swap those lanes, I think it makes it a little bit easier. That would go here, and then this one goes here for the copper cables. Okay, we'll add those gaps here just so it makes it easier for me to visualize what's happening. And then I'm pretty sure that there would be a way for me to get the green chips through here. That seems all right to me. So this goes down here. Green chips through the middle still, through the middle, and then we rotate it, and then we send it down. I think that is okay. Yeah, that seems all right. We can live with that. I really hope these work. I don't actually know if they work. I'm just assuming I built those properly, and I'm connecting things properly, which now that I think about it is a very, very big assumption that is completely unfounded. So yeah, I really hope things are all right. And then one more copper lane, and then I think that's all the lanes. I mean, we technically haven't connected those, but those don't exist yet. We don't really need those. Okay, so at least I can say plastic looks correct. We don't have belt visualizer anymore. I might reinstall that one. I don't think that one was breaking things. How do I test this? I actually don't know how to test this. I think we just assume it's correct, because I don't want to have the infinity filters. But yeah, this looks like... Let's see, that's a cable lane, that's cables, that's cables. Yeah, okay, we can probably just assume it's right. I wish these were closer together. It might... Let's see, if I can think of something to put in the middle, I would say it would be worth raising the red chip, so that way it's closer to the source. But if I raise it, then all the belts have to go up. So it doesn't save as much of belt latency as I would like. I think it makes things a little bit better, but it only saves like... I think probably like 15 seconds of belt latency maybe in the end if I shift it. But probably more like 10 just because it puts this here, and that doesn't really do much because now all the belts have to go up. So yeah, it basically halves the distance, which in this case is not a ton. 50 tiles, that's 15 seconds. And then it adds more latency to the modules. So yeah, really doesn't matter too much. But that seems reasonable. The only thing it's missing is a coal connection. So this is the thing I was dreading, because we don't have a way to connect coal here. I think what we'll do is we'll use a red belt. I think that is the best option for my sanity. Because if we use a red belt right here, then it can just connect to the middle, and we can get coal probably through here, I think. Would not be a problem. It looks like there's space. Yeah, it looks like we've done this before. I think this is how coal worked on the other side too for the original lane. So yeah, that will get coal to the red chip lane. I believe coal goes all the way through. We won't really be able to tell for a while, but I think it's fine. That seems like a good actual stopping point now. We finished the modules, which was my main goal for the day. I mean, I was going to do... I was aiming to do also larger steel production to figure out how many assembly machines we need, but obviously that when we had to spend like an hour making the base not broken in terms of the stages, that kind of delayed things. Because if anyone missed it, we had this issue earlier when we tried to make a new stage. Well, first it just wouldn't make a new stage correctly. I was not able to figure out exactly what the problem was, but it was a problem. It just meant that we would no longer be able to use the stage mod, and everything would have to be in one stage, so we just copied all the blueprints to a new file. But when you tried to make a new stage, it gave us this error. It gave us lots of different ones. I don't know what mod was causing it, and even when I deleted the mods, it was still causing it, so not sure how to fix that. And then when I rebuilt it, it crashed, which it didn't do this time, so that's good. But it's still not great. But yeah, that's it for me today. I'll be back tomorrow. There will be no meme run Monday on Monday. I have an appointment. So I will be doing that on Tuesday this week. But we'll be doing space exploration tomorrow, I believe. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace. Now I need to go figure out what's wrong with my encoding. See ya.